we are getting there. We are now up to issue 54. So, now, this is quite an interesting one because the Gloomspites we get in it are called the Sneaky Snufflers, and they have these little micro squigs, which is quite cool. They got tiny little look, they got cute sniffy. They got cute little squigs that looks like they should be sniffing things out. So I can only assume that they're going to be used to sniff out some mushrooms, which is what you want to do if you're, you know, a Gloomspite Git. Gosh, I'll show you the kit in a second. There's lots of parts on this by the look of it. My goodness, I'll show you in a second. So the Sneaky Snufflers, some lore on the Maggotkin of Nurgle, and some order tactics. Let's have a good look at this. So, yeah, it's hitting the Maggotkin of Nurgle. So Nurgle being the god of, you know, decay, of pestilence, of atrophy, you know, everything about him is about the end and the death almost. Yeah. So one thing I love about Nurgle is for the putridness of everything about Nurgle, he seems a very loving chaos god. Like his gifts are, you know, vile, and yet the personality of Nurgle in itself seems to be somewhat caring. I don't know how for everyone, but you know, he's called Grandfather Nurgle, and there's definitely that feeling that, you know, it's like death is inevitable, you know, but he can prevent it, and he can make you a carrier of his wonderful plagues. So yes, quite interesting things about, you know, decay. I imagine that the Nurgle is the bane, obviously, of Sylvaneth, because Sylvaneth is about death and regrowth, but in a natural cycle, whereas obviously Nurgle is about rotting things, and when things are reborn with Nurgle, they are not alive and vibrant, they are animated death. Right then. So yeah, it's quite interesting stuff. Afterlives and Underworld. Now, Afterlives and Underworld is something I'm really interested in, because I'm reading the Gotrek Ghoulslayer, and they're in Shish. Right, Shish, I'm going to assume it's pronounced. And the idea of, you know, afterlives and underworlds is quite interesting. So unlike a lot of realms where it is one map, as I understand it, there are different afterlives that you can go to. And it's interesting as well with that within Shish, the living live there along the dead. So we got the Ossiarch Empires, got Lands of Dead Heroes, Lands of Ghosts, and then the Flesh Eater Kingdoms. The Flesh Eater Kingdoms in particular are, again, it's like the deluded into believing that they are alive, that they are not ghouls, and they are just basically deformed, deranged ghouls, but they are completely convinced that they are still noble knights of the realm. You know, right. So yeah, there's quite a nice little bit of info about Nurgle, and then about the afterlife of the underworlds. Right, what are these Sneaky Snufflers? Foragers who provide unique, valuable service. Dragged along by their snuffle squigs, they harvest valuable mystic fungus from the battlefield. Awesome! They are They are a crazy little pig squig, aren't they? They are a mushroom finding squig. That's their job. They've got these ridiculous noses on them. It's so cool. Look at them. Oh, I do love squigs and the silly things that you can do with a squig to make them look unique. Right, what else have we got? So, right, I'm having a look. This does look like you've got quite a few options as well with these. So that's why the sprue is so packed, and I'm pleased about that because it just means that you could really, have a lot of variety within your snufflers. What else have we got here? So yeah, you've got the goblins themselves. Yeah, even the heads can be changed on the different parts of them. So you've got the squig bodies. You can put different heads on them. Different mushroom, different heads on the Gloomspite themselves. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that they've got so many options. Of course, you know how to get them painted up, as you would expect by now. And their war scroll. It's because the unit has a very clear narrative that they're there to find mushrooms on the battlefield. It's be interesting to see how that makes them less of an attack creature and just more of an ancillary creature on the battlefield. But there's quite a few interesting little rules, and it sounds like their aim isn't to be like a frontline attack like a lot of squigs are. They're there to be ancillaries to buff other units. And I like things like that. It just stops it all being about, let's either have a screening unit who takes all the damage before your hero gets in or your powerful unit gets in. It's useful to have a kind of a unit that's job isn't just about attacking. It's about doing something on the battlefield to help other units out. So, order tactics about the Yathari's Guardians. We have the Spirit of Durthu. It's a cool model, that, isn't it? I want a second one. I think it looks great. And then the Battle Plan 4, Forged in War the Motherlode. Again, you get to choose what forces you're using. And then it goes into the description of it. We've got objective markers. Again, make sure you photocopy those. Don't cut them straight out of the back if you can help yourself. And it's just basically to give clear objectives on the battlefield. So, we'll get, do you know what? That's quite an interesting. I keep saying interesting. I get a word in my head and then I struggle to think of another word. It must be part of my wonderful mentally deranged gobbo mushroom induced mind. Gobbo. Okay, I don't do mushrooms. I can assure you, I don't do mushrooms. I'm quite insane without having to add to it. Right. So you can see that this is absolutely packed. This sprue of extra things you can just add. So like there's mushroom packs, there's heads, there's the faces of the actual snufflers themselves. I do love a kit with loads of options. Get a second one of these and I'm sure it would just be nice to have a big unit of 12 or 2 small units of them. They do look really nice. And as with a lot of things that are grot related, they're kind of ridiculously ugly cute at the same time. All right then. So there we go. That's issue number 54. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.